summer. Who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gonna do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.
Yo, what is going on, everybody, man? Shout out everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Tonight, your boy, man, we got a special guest, man. My guy, man. Look, man, had a great time at Skolfest, and we're going to get to that. We're going to talk about it all. We're going to talk about the Minnesota Vikings, man. We going to talk some ball, man. So y'all buckle up, you know what I mean? Hit the like button. Get ready, you know what I mean? Hey, let's get to it. Y'all already know, make our guests feel welcome, man. But let me bring them up, man. Purple and gold balls was happening.
What's going on, Rap? What's going on, everybody?
Man, first of all, man, happy to have you on, man. Thank you for tapping in with your boy. You already know what time it is, man, for sure, man. I can't wait to talk some ball with you. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to talk about.
Hell yeah, we do,
Yeah,
man.
How you feeling, though?
Yeah, man, amazing. But first and foremost, man, thanks for having me on, man. It's an honor. It's great. I've been in the chat for a while now. I haven't been saying anything because, you know, we got eliminated by those Giants that year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's truly awesome to be here with the boys.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, facts, man. Again, we glad you're here. It's gonna be one for the books, man. I'm glad you're in the building. Shout out Mike Sports Vibes in the building. Let's go through and holler at everybody, man. You know, before we get started. Funny boy Roddy, we gonna get to you, man. We see what you talking about. D Woods, man, what's happening, man? Skull State of Mind, what's good with you? We got Mr. I Want to Mark. We got Skull Bro in the building, man. What's happening? Shout out my Skull Bro ski, man. Papa Gary Norse. What's good, man? Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Let's go. Who else we got in the building, man? I know. Hey, look, man. Hey, we gonna have a house tonight. We gonna, hey, look here. Get vocal. You know what I'm talking about. Get vocal. Malik, what's good with you, man? Shout out to Malik Skull and Roll. What's happening with you? Angelo, I see you, man. Appreciate you. Jeremy, what's good? Hey, Chevy, what's happening, man? Appreciate you tapping in as well. We got a bunch of Tony Bell, T-Bell. What's good, man? Hey, but you got them popping out, purple and gold balls. You got them popping out, man. Shit, you know.
Yeah, man. Look,
you bringing the crowd out.
Everybody's here, man. New Mexico's in the house too,
New
man.
Mexico,
Yogi,
Eric, Eric, Florinda, man. And Raquel, man. Let's go.
Mike Sports Vibe, man. Like the OGs are here, man.
Yogi in the crib. Let's go, man. Shout out Yogi in the crib, man. Nah, we got a good one, man. We got a good one, man. So, you know, first, man, I want to ask you about, you know, Skolfest, man. First, you know, I want to thank you for coming to Skolfest, first of all. But I want to hear your experience, man. What was it like, man? You know, you came to Skolfest, you've been supporting us, man. And for that, we appreciate you, you know, supporting that move, the whole Skolfest move, and us throwing that event every home opener. But what was your experience, man? Would you come again? Like, what would you tell your fellow Vikings fans about it?
Man, if you got a chance, if you can afford it, of course, you know, everybody's got different situations, but I didn't care. You know, it's quite expensive to come from Canada, but you know, I mean, I needed to be with my people. I haven't been in Minnesota since pre-pandemic, so it was a long time coming for me. I fell in love with Minnesota a long time ago, man. It's like the closest thing to Canada. You know, everybody's so nice, everybody's just so polite. It's just like being home, you know. And to be at Skolfest with all these legends, to meet the guys, just put faces to the names was incredible. Everybody was so like, the energy was like electric in there, man. People were just having such a great time. I didn't see anybody scuffling. Normally, like in a bar, it felt like a typical bar atmosphere, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes you see some scuffles or whatever, guys. It was none of that, man. Everybody was just top tier, classy people. Every single person that I met was incredible. I will literally try to be there every year going forward now.
Man, appreciate you, man. Let's go, man. Shout out Purple and Gold Balls in the building, man. Nah, it was definitely a great time, man. I'm glad you had a great time. And anybody else that's in the chat that was there, man, you know, glad you guys had a great time as well. We and every year, man, it's gonna be bigger and bigger and bigger, and we're gonna try to make it better and better and better, man. That's the goal. So, I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. Now, the Vikings should have won. That would have been the cherry on the top, but
Mhm.
it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Shout out Adam in the building, man. I see you, Adam, man. Let's go. Malik, I see you, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Davey OG, man. What's good?
Hell yeah, Gary.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. We had us a great time. Let's go, Bars. Great meeting you. Nah, facts, man.
Hell
Facts.
yeah, man.
Everybody enjoys meeting each other, man. I think that's the best part. I was telling you backstage. That's the best part is like you said, putting the face to the name and stuff like that, and really like the most exciting one for me this year was Norsefius for sure, like by far, just because he's done stuff for my family as far my father and doing the plaques and all that good stuff. So like meeting him was special. Just kind of seeing like, damn, what does he look like? What kind of guy, And man,
Mhm.
exactly who I thought he was, man. Stand up, man. You hear me? So shout out Norris, man. Shout out Barber Feature up, man. Let's go, man. Let's get it. Um, man, let's get to this football, man. Let's talk some
Yeah,
football.
yeah, man. Let's get into it.
We got a game coming up Sunday. Football must go on. Like that. That's the truth. Regardless of what things we're going through as Vikings fans, which some people that might try to, take it out of context and whatever the case may be. But football must go on, purple and gold bars, man. It must go on. I want to talk about JJ McCarthy's injuries. Um, where do we stand? How do you feel as far as him being QB1? I know me and you kind of touched on it backstage quickly, but I had to stop you. I'm like, you know what? Save that for the show. Save it for the show. Because we feel pretty similar, man. I don't think there's anything that's gonna get me off of the train 2 weeks in. You know what I mean? I made my mind up on that, and I kind of just want your thoughts on it, man. How do you feel about everything going on right now with JJ McCarthy, and what do you expect to happen in the next couple weeks as well?
Yeah, there's a lot of good things that I've seen from JJ, especially in that fourth quarter against the Bears.
Yep.
The heart, the attitude to never give up is one of the most important aspects of a professional like guy that's supposed to be a playmaker. He's supposed to be a guy for you, right? He's got all those intangibles. Yes, he's struggled a little bit. He's taking a lot of sacks. But he is trying to develop that ability to read plays, to get the procedural stuff out of the way. It's not like he's going out there and looking like like trying to think of like a somebody that would just look god awful. You know what I mean? He to me, I know he's not like anywhere near like Andrew Luck. So like Andrew Luck would be like the most poised, pro ready quarterback I've ever seen. I remember his first preseason game. I was like, who am I watching here? But
Yeah.
and then when we look at the opposite side, a quarterback that just comes out there that just can't even, do like the simple things. He's somewhere in the middle in there. I think he's a little bit closer to the Andrew Luck side. So the patience with me for him is there. I've been taking some time to really think and look into kind of like the history of like quarterback development and what kind of happens. And I feel like we're right on pace. Like these things have to happen. And for me, I'm 1,000% in on JJ McCarthy. And I don't care if Carson Wentz plays 3 games and throws for 800 yards, 10 touchdowns, and he looks like a world beater.
Yeah.
In the words of the great Kurt Warner, you don't bench a rookie, you don't put that quarterback carousel can be a death sentence for a young quarterback. Freaking Steve Young himself said when he was in Tampa Bay before he got traded to San Fran, he said the quarterback carousel almost destroyed his confidence.
Yeah.
He became a legendary quarterback, right? So I think the sample size is extremely small for us to really make any serious judgments as well. So it's a kind of thing of like we just got to let it ride and let him earn our respect and earn the respect of the league. And if we don't, and we just keep shuffling them out, or just we might as well just be getting ready to draft another quarterback in the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, no, man. Look, and me and you touched on it backstage, man, and I feel exactly the same. I did say, like, if Carson Wentz comes out here, right, in the next 2 weeks, and let's just say he throws 450 yards per game, and throws 5 touchdowns or 4 touchdowns a game, right? I mean, it's almost like looking at that like, all right, bro, you got to be damn near Tom Brady for me to say, all right, let's keep riding with it. Because my opinion, man, is that JJ, we as a fan base, we need to see, man. We got to see it. Like we have to, bro. There is no let's wait. There is no next year, let's let him sit one more year. No, absolutely not. You committed, and now you have to die on that shield, KOC and Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah. Y'all have to go out on y'all shield now. And I think they're in good hands. I really think they're in good hands. I think them putting JJ out there is going to make them look good. But the play calling on Sunday was ridiculous. Now, I went on a rant, Purple and Gold Boss. Listen, I don't know how you felt about Sunday's game, but man, the play calling, and it's crazy. Because I follow a lot of y'all probably know the guy Brett Colliman. I'm sure y'all watch him. Like, he studies the game super hard, man. Very, very intelligent football mind. And he tweeted something yesterday, and he said, "Watched back McCarthy versus the Falcons in full. Most of that wasn't really his fault. Falcons defense played their asses off, and KOC had a rough day as a play caller. He saw it exactly how I saw it. That's exactly what I was thinking too. You cannot come away from that Falcons game saying, oh no, JJ's not him. Bro, you just don't know ball if that's how you think. You just don't know ball, bro. Like, how'd you feel coming out that game though, man?
I felt very similar. There's the O-line issues definitely played a massive factor on the types of plays that he was calling. One thing with KOC, like in week 1, I was expecting, because of how Sam Darnold came out last year, I thought he's going to be extremely passive. I thought he's going to wait 1, 2, 3 weeks before he really let Sam go. But from the first game, he had no fear, and he had the full playbook open to him. I expected the same this year. I did not expect to see him choose to call plays more for his development and for the strategy or the game plan, rather than let's let the boy cook. You know what I mean? And let's give him a full range of the book and let him go. So one thing that I really I want KOC to kind of improve on is his ability to be malleable in those situations. Like, I understand he has a vision, he has a plan, but when the O-line is injured and they can't provide the time for these plays that he wants JJ to experience for his development, it doesn't matter if they can't give him the time, right? So he needs to be able to understand and play off what's in front of him and adjust his play calling in real time. Also, another thing too, even if let's say everything is going well, like maybe like in the Bears game is a better example, right? Where like he decided we're calling this regardless of what happens in the game. There needs to be some ability to kind of switch gears and go into like, okay, we're doing more like developmental stuff right now, but we're down 7, we're down 10. So let's actually let's go 2-minute drive for the next 2 possessions. Let's get us back in the game before we start trying to get meaningful reps for our young quarterback, right? That flexibility isn't there. And I think it's playing a big factor, especially last week when he was not able to see it and adjust in the moment. And that's a big factor that he needs to, like, a big skill that he needs to develop. Like, he's developed a lot over the last 3 years. His ability to play call, it's gotten better, but he still has a lot to go.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, and I'm a KOC guy, man, but I really went off on him when I got back from Minnesota, man, and I went live. I mean, I went off on KO, man, just because being at the game and witnessing that shit. I mean, dog, that really had me hot. You know what I mean? It had me hot and bothered, bro. Like, it really did, because I just don't get it. Like, I've been sitting there riding for KOC, backing him up when there is people that are in our community that have been telling me, like, Rap, he's not that good at play calling, bro. I'm telling you, he's a good coach, There's a difference between being a good head coach and being a good play caller. But see, like, I also try to look at, like, hey, man, we've won a ton of football games with him being the play caller. We've scored a ton of points with him being the play caller. So I try to look at it like, okay, I mean, the things that good play callers do, they win a lot of football games and they score points. Their offense scores points. I mean, he kind of fits the bill in a way, but I don't know. I think it's just situational. And then when he goes up against like other coaches, for example, McVay, you know what I mean? Like he just couldn't.
Doesn't adjust like in real time. Like it's weird. And maybe that's a skill that as a head coach you have to develop after getting punched in the mouth and not getting all like shell shocked and being like, oh, and then losing or 2 or 3 drives because you can't figure it out. No, like he's got to be like a prize fighter out there. Like when Canelo gets punched in the face, he don't care. He stands in there. He looks right. He just back on the business. You know what I mean? He needs to just trust his instinct or whatever, or just feel comfortable and trust himself and make the right adjustments, or allow himself to try at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, for sure. I agree 100%. Roddy said, so y'all ready? Well, first of all, Islander, shout out Nathan, man. Appreciate you. He said, I agree with Rap's take yesterday about the O-line coach being a problem. Yes, man. Chris Cooper has to be an issue that we got to talk about and bring to the forefront. He's been ducking the smoke for years now, and nobody's been talking about him. But we're having the same reoccurring issues over and over again, and he's the one common denominator. All right. So now it's time to talk about it in 2025. So we're going to make it clear. And Chris Cooper should be lucky that nobody has been talking about him for the past how many years, and he's just been able to duck it. So like for it to finally start to be tight, he consider himself lucky, bruh. Consider himself lucky. But now we on you. You know what I'm saying? Now we are on you, bro. Why? Because you got Garrett Bradbury. You got Ed Ingram, bro, is the best guard in football damn near right now. That is crazy. Think about that, Vikings fans. Think about that. Ed Ingram is damn near the best guard in football 2 weeks, and that's only 2 weeks in. But still, that's still ridiculous, man. And then you also got Ezra Cleveland balling. You got three offensive linemen that when they were in purple and gold, we crucified. We said they can't block worth a damn. And now all of a sudden they're doing it.
I will say I was apologizing for them. I was like, hey, they may suck, but they're doing just enough and giving Sam just enough time to get the ball out or run out. So I was like, let them, do. But I totally agree. When I watched your video about it, I was like, damn, I never thought about the O-line coach and how that's definitely a factor. You know what I mean? And the only thing I will say when it comes to looking at our previous guards that are doing well right now, it's still too small of a sample size.
It is.
So when we see, they may be doing good these 2 weeks, it might be the matchup, it might be whatever, right? We'll see how it plays out.
Let's see week 8.
Averaging
let's see week 8. Yeah.
To see where they actually start, the numbers start falling for all the guards in the league, right? So that's the only thing, but I'm 1,000%. He is now on my radar. After that video, I was like, what you know what I mean? Because that is just unacceptable. 1,000%.
Yeah, man, because we get to blame it on everybody else. Like, Kevin O'Connell gets crucified, Kwesi gets crucified. What about this dude that's supposed to be developing these offensive linemen? What about this dude that comes up with the schemes and stuff like that for the offensive lineman, the block? What about him? You know what I mean? Like, why does he get no blame? I'm sorry, I gotta say it. It's almost like Kirk Cousins. It's almost give me Kirk Cousins vibes. You know what I mean? It's everybody else's fault. This dude just get to sit back and just, you know what I mean? Like, nah, bruh, come to center stage. We on your ass now, boy. You was not ducking no more. Chris Cooper, we know about you now, bruh. Yeah, we on you. So now we gonna start looking at it, man. And Kevin O'Connell, don't be with that soft shit and not letting coaches go when they need to be let go. They need to be let go. Let them go. You know what I'm saying? If they need it, you did right with Donatel, but you drug that on too long. Remember that? You drug Donatel on way too long. You should have let him go way sooner, man. But hey, that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. All I'm saying, if the signs are there now with Chris Cooper, which they've been there for a couple of years now, man, I think it's time to move on and let somebody else maybe coach up the guys on the offensive line, man. That's all I'm saying.
the only point that I could make, and maybe like, because I like to play devil's advocate, because if you don't play devil's advocate, it's really easy to put yourself in an echo chamber and just kind of like fall into your own things without giving yourself
Yeah.
good perspective.
Yeah.
Is like, did he develop Darisaw and did he improve O'Neal? You know what I mean? Who was our standout guard, our left guard last year that like came out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, is it too small of a sample size, or is it him? Is his philosophies only work with certain guys but don't work with other guys? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I am definitely going to be paying attention to him and what's going on going forward for
Yeah,
sure.
me too, man. Shout out my dog D Woods, man. Shout out Skull State of Mind. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to the broski, man, over there if you ain't subscribed already. Talking Vikings football all the time, every day, man, every week at least. He doing something, man. So make sure you tap in. We're gonna get broski on the channel too, man. We gotta tap in again. He said Kevin O'Connell was brought in to identify and develop a young QB for the franchise. If he can't do it, it's time to start having an uncomfortable conversation, man. Hey, look, I gotta say, bro, like I've been screaming that for the longest, to be honest with you. When we brought Kevin O'Connell in, I said the main reason for him getting the job was to bring in a franchise quarterback, because I think we're so thirsty for an actual franchise quarterback, like a young guy that we draft, not going and getting a free agent that's already 4 or 5 years into their career and then they turn into your like Kirk Cousins, right? Because that's that type of situation. I'm talking about identifying a college quarterback, drafting him high, bringing him in, and now he is now the face of this franchise for years to come. I believe that is why Kevin O'Connell was brought in the building. I do believe that. How do you feel about that, Purple? Do you believe the same, or do you think he was brought in for other you could say, all right, there's other things that were probably on the Wilf's plate, but I think that was top priority, if you ask me.
Well, no, not really. If you think about it, because at the time we weren't even in the hunt for a lottery quarterback position, right? Like at the time, we were looking to move on from a defensive-minded coach, old school, like hard ass, my era kind of like drill sergeant type coach, to bring a young, talented, like brilliant mind that everybody was calling him, and most importantly be an offensive minded head coach and see where that took us, right? It's only since then that this kind of like quarterback whisperer kind of moniker has come for that. But when it comes to his ability to develop a young franchise quarterback, what really meaningful information or anything can you draw upon after 2 games to make any kind of criticism, right?
Right.
Just like when everybody would say in comments last year, from week 1 through all the way to the end of the season, what Sam Darnold this, can he get the bet? I was just like, what's it? Is he got a new ceiling? Does he have a higher floor? People speculate. I'm like, hey, we're not going to be able to make that judgment until the very end of the season.
Yeah. And
like I said, at the moment, I feel like maybe he hasn't really done anything with his ceiling, because that's kind of like that's where you're at,
Yeah.
But what if maybe he raised his floor up to where now he's not going to be so bad and he's actually going to be serviceable. And I was like, man, I think I predicted on the low end, I think 11 wins or 10 wins. We got 14, right? So
yeah.
I don't know. The jury's still out until we you know what I mean? And 2, also, when we look at quarterback development, like let's look at something that Peyton Manning said, right? He threw 28 interceptions as a rookie, and he said that he needed every interception, and that's how he learned, right? So like quarterback development isn't linear, right? There's always ups and downs. There's only been one ever quarterback in history that has ever come into the league and been basically dominant, or either go from a playoff contender to a Super Bowl contender his entire career, and that's the GOAT. There's nobody else.
Who? Like, Tom Brady? You're talking about Tom Brady,
the
right?
Only guy. Like,
yeah.
Patrick Mahomes might be the second, but
because Patrick Mahomes sat. Did Patrick Mahomes sit 1 year, or did he come in his rookie year?
I think he sat 2 years.
He sat like 2 years,
or he came in his second year or something like that. But
right.
The thing is that everybody's different, right? Like even if Like JJ has statistically one of the worst records in the league,
Yeah.
or stats in the league. That isn't really a death knell if it's done properly, right? Like
Right.
they gave, like, Peyton Manning was the epitome of, like, let him learn through the mistakes, right?
Mhm.
JJ might be that guy. He might be a different type of learner. Like, we don't know yet. We're 2 games in. We're seeing what he's going to do. So I think it's just a little bit too early to really condemn or criticize, or kind of put that kind of bounty on KOC for his inability to develop a young quarterback, because it's
Yeah.
been an off season.
Well, yeah. No, I agree 100% with putting a bounty on them. You know, don't go that far quite yet for that. But what I will say is play calling, situational play calling. I mean, there's something to be said there. Where I don't know if I'm as far as, okay, it's time to start looking for a new coach, right? Like, as again, everybody knows, man, I'm a KOC guy, so I don't think I'm that far. But there needs to be some criticism there. Like, I'm starting to
Mhm.
pay more attention now, because sometimes you'll get caught up. Like, if you're a fan of somebody, like me being a fan of KOC, and looking at the fun years that we've had since 2022 as Vikings fans, like we've been able to root for some good football teams, win a lot of football games with KOC as the head coach, man. We've been walking away from Sundays happy, kicking teams that, like, I mean, obviously still playing Vikings football, coming down to the wire, but winning, catching dubs. You know what I mean? We caught 13 dubs the first year. Then obviously the second year wasn't all that great, but we still won 7, right? With like, I mean, and those were games where even with the Josh Dobbs, we're sitting there hanging on. We're in it to the end type shit. So still exciting games. And then you got a 14 win season. I mean, we win a ton of football, man, with KOC, right?
Mhm.
So I don't know if I want to put a bounty on him for like let's go ahead and fire him if he doesn't do this within the next 2 weeks. And like you said, I agree 100%. We're 2 weeks in. We're 2 games in, guys. 2 games in. This, what bothers me, purple and gold, bro, is after the Bears game, right? The whole world was glazing JJ McCarthy, dog. The whole world, bruh.
Mhm.
Even people that hated JJ McCarthy were like, all right, I guess he is a dog. Kid's just a winner. You know what I mean? Like, because they saw like him come back and go through the adversity. The reality is, out of 8 quarters, he only played one good one. And that's the truth. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And that's something we can't really argue for the people that do criticize. You can't really argue. But what you can say is, from a head coaching standpoint, I don't think KOC has put his young quarterback in the right position to be successful. I think he trusts them so much. And I was talking to somebody earlier. I think I was talking to Purple Pop, and I said, you know what's going to happen? KOC is going to call a more conservative game with Carson Wentz, and the offense is going to look better. It's going to look like it's moving a little better because he doesn't trust Carson Wentz as much. So he's going to hold back a little bit and play a little safer. And Carson Wentz is going to be able to go out there and dink and dunk, and it's going to, yards after the catch, Justin Jefferson, and Vikings fans are going to see, look at how much better the offense is. I think the truth is KOC trusted JJ so much, like trusted him. He sat all year, learned the playbook, did virtual reality, did all this extra shit, the verbiage. He got it all under control. KOC's like, fuck it. We going out here. We going balls to the wall. Like I know you're a young quarterback, but mentally, man, you're ready. We're opening it up for you. Carson Wentz, watch. They're gonna pussyfoot, but it's gonna look better than
More
what
efficient
it's
in
gonna look more
comparison.
efficient. It is gonna look more efficient. It is.
1,000%.
Naturally, it is. I
Mhm.
know it is. But man, let me get a shout out to Norse, man, with the $10, man. Appreciate you, Norse, man. Let's go. He said, hey, Vikings, do you suffer from shit the bed syndrome? Just send KOC a double shot of grow a pair. Notice instant results, man. The ads paid for by a concerned Norseman, man. Shout out Norse, man. Let's go, man.
Dropping bars and being hilarious at the same
Hey,
time.
he dropping them bars for
Yes,
sure,
sir.
man. Hey, facts though, man. I mean, he calling it for what it is, man. Like KOC definitely has to. He has to do something, man. He gotta show me something this Sunday, man. You're playing the damn Bengals. you got Carson Wentz, which I will say, purple and gold balls, man. Hey, I think Carson Wentz, to me, like, am I excited to see Carson Wentz play football? No, not really. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to come to this. I didn't want the season to come to this. I'm going to keep it real. I expected to see 9 out there the whole year. You know what I mean? I really did. But I mean, it is what it is, man. And I got this weird feeling that, like I just said, I think the offense is going to look a little better with him under center. I do. It's crazy. But I do think there is going to be some bright spots on Sunday. And that's based off of the defense we're playing against. There's going to be context that we're going to have to put to this shit after the game. There's going to be some context.
Yeah. And I think there's also another factor that I think a lot of people I didn't really want to preseason. I didn't want to speak this into existence, so I didn't want to talk about it a lot or bring it up. But whenever I see a team that's just fully loaded with as many weapons as we have, my first fear that comes to mind is the Redeem team. Remember those Eagles?
Yeah.
Donovan McNabb, Terrell Owens, fucking Ocho Cinco, the loaded, stocked roster. And it was like, oh, these guys are, they crowned them Super Bowl champions before the season started. They were like, this is an impossible team to beat.
Yeah.
But the chemistry wasn't there. It was hard to get everybody going at the same pace. You know what I mean? And so when I look at our team, we have Jordan Mason, we have Aaron Jones, we have Jordan Addison, Adam Thielen, Hawkinson, Jettas, right? We on top of that, we have other guys that have earned the right to get some looks too, like Speedy Naylor, right? Like Josh Oliver. He has been clutch for us at times, right? So like, how do you develop a game plan where it's not so overcomplicated to where nobody really ever gets going? And I think we've seen a little bit of that at times in the game where, like, I love Aaron Jones. I love his attitude. I love what he's done in the league and what potential he has. But this is Jordan Mason's freaking team, in my opinion. He is a more reliable. He runs the way that we need in order for to maintain control for a rookie quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, Aaron Jones worked really well with Sam Darnold because there was a lot of stuff that Sam could do, and the experience that he had allowed for that, right? He didn't have to have a dominant run game to fall behind. We could open the playbook for him, right? But we need to have a dominant run at the beginning of JJ's career, right? Tom Brady didn't win that first Super Bowl with his arm or being the guy. That defense carried him. He was definitely, by consensus, a bus rider. He was not the conductor. He was nowhere near that, right? And for us to have a similar outcome, we have to have that. They had wily vets at receiver. They had a great running game, an amazing defense, right? All these things were a massive factor for that first year of Tom Brady, for him to get the confidence, develop, right? So for me, you know what I mean? I'm like, why are we going, one drive Aaron Jones, one drive Jordan Mason? It's like, no, establish freaking Jordan Mason first. He's the one that's going to make them pay. And then use Aaron Jones in those situations where we need that crafty veteran to be able to do multiple things. You know what I mean? Where that experience is there. On top of the fact that, why are we, it's like we can't get Jettas in sync. We can't get Hawkinson in sync, right? Like, and that plays a factor the longer the game goes, because then when we need a clutch play, these guys are cold, right? So now that we have the injuries, it might be a blessing in disguise, because now he has to keep it simple, stupid. You know what I mean? Because I'm very much a guy that likes to keep things extremely simple, because then a lot less can go wrong. And last week, he was trying too much. I think we can all agree that he was definitely trying too much with his play calling plays that take way too long to develop, especially when your center's out and you got a guy that's never played left tackle at left tackle, right? So I think that plays a certain factor. But I hope that as these next two games and he realizes, crap, I really need to lean on just these guys and then bring the other guys in as I can. Hopefully he simplifies it and learns and realizes that our offense needs to go through Jordan Mason first. And the rest will fall into place.
And That's a good point, but like I told everybody this at the beginning of the season, man. I told everybody this. Everybody was, oh no, shout out your bummy to me, man. I see you, Jared. Oh man, shout out to y'all. Appreciate everybody tapping in, man. George Blunt was good. Too Evil was in the building, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Cody, I see you, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. But I was saying this at the beginning of the season, man, where everybody was, oh, we got Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones. We running the football. I told y'all KOC ain't committing to that shit, man. I told y'all that. Bro, he is a former quarterback, man. He's not running the football, bruh. Like, get over it. He's going to lose his job behind throwing the football. I'm telling you right now, that is what's going to happen. Yeah. Like the when you look at this team, you would think like, yeah, let's run the fucking football. But this offensive line isn't what we thought it was at right now today. It's not. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's really not. Like we thought that this offensive line was gonna come in, and obviously we're missing the biggest piece of it right now in Christian Darrisaw. I think we need Christian Darrisaw back badly, quickly.
A lot.
But you don't want to rush him. You don't want to rush him in either. But like that it shows how much we need Christian Darrisaw, man. I mean, especially when JJ McCarthy comes back. That's another thing, real quick, purple and gold that I want to touch on with JJ is, first of all, Vikings fans that are jumping off the train, right? First of all, we haven't even seen Boy with the full roster yet. Think about what he was doing with Jordan Addison this whole offseason. You know what I mean? Like Jordan Addison, really, him and Jordan Addison, I think that's the real connection from what we've been seeing in training camp. And then let's not forget, he hasn't even been able to play with Justin Jefferson because Justin Jefferson was damn near out of all training camp. He was chilling with the hamstring. We get the blind side fixed with Christian Darrisaw coming back, and then you get a weapon like Jordan Addison. Maybe the offense will run a little more efficient. Like you got motherfuckers ready to throw JJ McCarthy out already. He's a bust and this, that, and the third. Man, knock it the fuck off. Y'all pissing me off with that shit already, man. Knock it off. All right, we got to see, man. We have to see. That we can't be 2 games in and talking about let's move on, bro. We're not doing that, bro. Stop. All right. We're not doing that shit over here, man. Like for real. Listen, after this season, I will be the first person to step up on this live. If Boy is not good, and I'm sure Purple and Gold Bars, I'm sure you the same way, man. Listen, if he plays the remainder of this season and he just looks horrible, then we'll have the conversation. You know what I'm saying? We will. We'll have to call it for what it is. It is what it is, man. Ain't nobody afraid to call it for what it is, but we don't have enough evidence right now, man. We just don't. We don't. Now, let me ask you this, Purple and Gold Bars. I want you to touch on this. Injuries, though. Availability. Are you thinking about that in the back of your mind? No, like, well, because we're kind of throwing it under the rug, but the reality is he got injured, missed the whole season, and now all of a sudden he's injured again. Now that was a dirty ass tackle. That was one of the hip. That was a hip drop tackle that is illegal in the NFL, and you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, it's football, and he, regardless of the fact right there, he's injured and he's out for 2 to 4 weeks or whatever the case may be. Is that a concern for you? Durability?
Not so much, because I can think back early stages of a lot of like young quarterbacks that have developed now were a little bit banged up, and then as things got better, it just kind of went away, right? I think it's a factor of him opting to stay way too long in the pocket. Right. And that's just something that over time he's going to develop that ability to get the ball out quicker. And maybe some of these hits will not be around as much. And maybe as a result, the opportunity for him to get injured isn't going to come up as often. Right.
Right.
But at the end that comes with a caveat, because at the same time, his body could give out on him and he could just start, falling apart. You know what I mean? So, still a little bit too early to tell, but it is a sign that I'm not ignoring either,
Right.
But yeah, and when it comes to JJ and his trajectory, and in general for quarterbacks, franchise quarterbacks or guys that end up becoming a guy in the league, um, there's kind of a general like trajectory that we see, right? Rookie year, we see flashes. That's basically it. And then we see
Mhm,
a ton of growing pains. Some of the greatest quarterbacks that we've ever seen,
mhm.
going back, a long time. Year 2 and 3, that's when we start seeing big leaps. That's when we start seeing people going, oh, they might be a guy.
Yeah,
Year 3 to 5, that's when they establish themselves really as a franchise quarterback. And
yeah,
then 4 to 7, that's when the Super Bowl run starts. Right. And after that, after 7+ years, that's sustained legacy. That's the Tom Brady's. That's the big guys, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's still too early. And I think, I'm hoping that we go through that process. Um, but yeah, like I'm trying to think.
Isn't it crazy, Purple and Gold Bars, that we have to sit here and have this conversation after 2 football games? Isn't it crazy?
I think it is because for what, like, bro, we've been like, for Vikings fans, we've been fucking yelling at the top of our freaking lungs. We want this type of team with a roster
Yeah.
that is this good, that proved they were this good last year.
Yeah.
We wanted a coach that literally probably 80% of the freaking NFL would snatch KOC up and never look back.
Yeah.
Same with Brian Flores, right? The team, the situation that we have, on top of getting our first lottery pick, we've been dreaming for this, and now we get it, and we can't. We're just impatient. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
It's 2025. We want immediate success.
Yeah.
Everybody does, and I totally get that. It's
Yeah.
not 1998 where quarterbacks develop for 5 years before they see the field. I totally get that. We're way past that era, but
Right.
like I said, development and how people, like, I was a trainer for a company for a long time. So I've seen development happen in so many different ways. I've seen people that I've seen day one and be like, oh my goodness, how are they even going to survive? And then I've seen other guys that I'm like, oh, this guy's a lock. This guy's going to be one of my top sales guys. And then 2 years later, the guy that I thought would never last is the one that's still there, and everybody else has disappeared. Right. So
Yeah.
it's weird. Personal development is really hard to predict.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just, that's how I feel, and I think we're just going to feel a lot of growing pains this year. We've already saw the first flash. We saw
Yeah.
what it means for him to be a winner. He pulled it out of his ass, and he did what needed to do. That's He proved the cliche. He's a winner at every level, right? So
Yeah.
now, if we can get him to learn and develop in other ways, we can take advantage of those in situations where we need him to step up. And this is like when it actually matters down the road,
Yeah.
right? Not right now.
And I'm gonna be real with everybody in the building, man. Like, and I'm sure Purple and Gold Bars, we're gonna be on the same level here, man. Is like, as much as I support JJ McCarthy and as much as I've been riding for JJ McCarthy, let me just make this clear. I'm not gonna sit here and baby this guy either. Like, he listen, I am a Vikings fan. All right. And like all of us in the building, we are Vikings fans first and foremost. And yes, we're gonna have some patience because the circumstances. And if you don't have patience, that's just a you problem. All right. That's just you. Nobody can talk you off that ledge, and that's fine. You're gonna have to deal with that. But the reality is, we need to see evidence, man. We invested in this kid. I still believe he's a win. I feel no different than what I felt, a year ago. I feel no different. I feel no different. I feel like JJ McCarthy is going to win the Vikings Super Bowls. I feel like he's going to be the franchise quarterback for this team for years and years. I still feel like that right now. Right now. Nothing feels that nothing feels different. And it's because of what I witnessed. What I witnessed is I know that it's not him. It's not all on him. Is there some throws? Yeah, there's a couple throws. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple throws. Look at Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes misses a couple throws a game too, man. It happens. It's football. Of course he missed some throws, man. But like, I'm not about to sit here, man. Nah, man. I feel exactly the same, man. JJ is Himothy. All right. And that's a fact until I'm proven otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Until I'm proven otherwise. That's just what it is, man. I'm not gonna sit here and be, jumping off the bandwagon 2 weeks in, man. That's just not what I'm gonna do. I ain't come this far for that. You know what I mean? I didn't go 9 months of sitting here talking about how he's going to be good and my belief in him and my, the process of watching him and saying, hey, he's going to fit perfect in this team for 2 weeks in to say, now the injury thing, reason why I want to ask you that is because the injury thing, now we're talking a whole different conversation at that point. That's okay. That's their ability, which he doesn't have a history of it. So it's kind of weird that it's happened, how it's happened. It's like almost like, damn, bad luck, like, because for example, Joe Burrow's a prime example. Look at Joe Burrow. I mean, look at Joe Burrow, man. I mean, Joe Burrow he's been, and I pray for Burrow, man, because he's so
He's
good
been
for the
very well.
NFL.
Mhm.
You want to watch Joe Burrow, even if you're not a Bengals fan, man. You want Joe Burrow to be healthy. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like for real, man. Like you don't want Joe Burrow. Now, I don't mind that's not having to play him, on Sunday, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
still, man, you want Joe Burrow's good for the NFL, man. He's good. If you're an NFL fan, you want Joe Burrow to be healthy.
absolutely. And for me, my patience, I before the season started, I said around 8, like week 8 and on is where I'm really going to start being critical of JJ and starting to see, because one, I understood that he's had so much time off, like from meaningful football. So I know the
Yeah.
first half of the season is going to be horrendous, appalling, all the things, right?
Right.
But in that second half, I expect him to kind of settle in more. And now the things that were a problem at the beginning of the year, I'm hoping that by then we're going to start seeing less of those, and then we're going to start seeing growing pains in other areas that are also important. You know what I mean? Which
Yeah.
are all, so but now the injury, now I'm going to probably wait till like week 9 or maybe 10, just depending on how long he's gone, right? But um yeah, like I just have to give him a little grace and just give him a little time and wait till enough games of play to where I can say, okay, like I was saying, those first 3 quarters of the Bears game, that was basically all the reps he should have gotten in preseason.
For
And
sure.
shame on KOC for not giving him those reps and
Absolutely.
and babying him in the preseason, because he needed to get as many reps as possible. And so that was a big I think a failure on our part.
Yeah.
In that, and so that's not, so those 3 quarters aren't just gets rid of the preseason, right? That doesn't get us to where he's supposed to be,
Right.
so like now he's still behind, right? So I understand that. So I'm like, okay, let him deal with it, and hopefully by the middle of the season I can start seeing all the things, all the flashes in the right areas to give me confidence to give him more patience next year.
Yeah.
But I am ready for that part of the season though.
Yeah, no, me too, man. And we'll revisit this, man. Purple and gold. We'll jump back on and do a show for sure during that time as well, and kind of revisit this whole conversation and see if the ones that are hating, if they still got the same energy, or if we still have the same energy on how we
For sure.
felt. You know what I mean? So that'd be good, man. Let's move on to the next topic though, man. We'll let the JJ stuff rest and be patient, and we'll enjoy what we have in front of us, man. And I want to ask you about your expectations for Carson Wentz. I know I kind of touched on it, what I believe is going to happen. And I think the offense is going to look a little more efficient just from a, eye, like you're seeing it. You're going to say, okay, this looks better because it ain't going to take a lot to look better than the last 2 fucking games anyway. I mean, shit, you score a touchdown, you're going to be like, oh yeah, this offense looks better. Yep, it's better. So, but anyways, purple and gold bars, what is your expectations for Carson Wentz, man, going into Sunday? Like, what do you expect from him? What do you see happening here, man?
I expect him to look like a slightly above average backup quarterback, right?
Okay.
On top of the fact that we picked him up at the very end of the preseason, right? Like he didn't get the whole offseason with us, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to play a big factor. But maybe with KOC and his ability to, what he did with the Pastronaut and other guys in relief, like that kind of gives me a little confidence that he'll simplify it enough to be able to get what he needs out of him. And then going forward, he'll kind of get more into the groove, right? I
Yeah.
really trust Josh McCown. Josh McCown, what I've seen him do in the league and in general, I have a lot of trust for him and his football IQ and his ability. So I that's where my confidence comes from, is the
Yeah.
quarterback room. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't see a lot anywhere between like 180 yards, maybe 230,
Yeah.
1 to 2 touchdowns, maybe an interception. It's gonna look a little bit more efficient. It's gonna be dinking and dunking.
Yeah.
But he's gonna remind us that this is what a guy that has experience and has a little bit of polish looks like, and what we're waiting to see out of JJ. And we're gonna be like, oh yeah, those little things that he's still working on. Oh, okay, yeah. That's what we need to see out of JJ. And then when he comes back, hopefully he's just jumps back into it and can, take the opportunity that he's got in front of him.
Yeah. One good thing that may be able to come out this now that you say that, it kind of made me think about it was hopefully Kevin O'Connell calls this game like he should have been calling the last two games with, put just kind of quick game, getting some quick game running, running the football. And hopefully he continues that
With JJ.
when JJ comes back,
Mhm.
just continue that type of play call and continue that. I think that may be a good thing. This might be a blessing in disguise. I know we try to look for the silver lining, but that's what we're here for. That
Mhm.
we're here. That's why we're on record talking to you guys. We're trying to look for some kind of fucking silver lining. Got to do it. And we can just hope that maybe that flips a switch in Kevin O'Connell's head. Like, you know what? Maybe I was trying to rush a little bit too much, and hey, there's nothing wrong with having a ton of trust in a guy because he has that personality. I mean, when you hear JJ McCarthy talk, you hear his press conferences, you see him
He
out there in practice, it's easy to trust him and be
he
like, yeah, you
breeds
know what? This
confidence in you.
motherfucker's
Yeah.
ready. Yeah,
Mhm.
this motherfucker ready. Yeah, okay, let's go. But then reality strikes, and then you got to realize, okay, he's still 22 years old. He hasn't played football in X amount of months, an actual football game. And then reality strikes, and then you gotta, and then you gotta come back down to earth. Hopefully, Wentz brings Kevin O'Connell back down to earth, knowing like, all right. And then when JJ comes back in, man, it's a smooth transition. D Wood said, hold on, let me get D Woods on there real quick. He said, I really don't care how good, how bad Wentz looks. Just win some games and we can get back to McCarthy. No, facts, 100%, 100%, man. And I think we're all pretty much everybody's on that same boat, in my opinion. Or if you're not on that boat, you need to jump on it. Okay.
Mhm.
This is JJ's team this year, man. Fuck that. All right.
And I
Listen,
think
man, 2025, he is JJ's team. Like for real. That Carson Wentz is a backup.
Yep.
I've seen Vikings fans that said we should put the Brosmer, man. I like Max. But bro, if Max was out there this past 2 weeks, man, Max would have fucking got demolished. I'm just telling you what it is, man. You can think what you want to think. But y'all got to realize Max Brosmer played at Minnesota. And when he play a team like fucking Iowa or something, he was getting his ass kicked and panicking out there, bro. Trust me, Max Brosmer is the type of quarterback where I feel more comfortable with him sitting and developing behind the scenes, playing preseason football. And then maybe next year or the year after that, he could be a real good number two, or maybe step in and win a couple games as a one if need be. I'm just saying, I don't think Max Brosmer is ready to get thrown out there. Motherfuckers want to throw Brosmer out there, man. Brosmer, I don't know. That's my opinion, though, and I like him. But I don't think he's ready.
I like him too. I like what he showed in the preseason. But I remember he was up against the thirds, the fourths, and the guys that are no longer on a roster, right?
Mhm.
So it's really good to look good like that. Taylor Heineke won us a lot of games against third and fourths stringers in the preseason too, right? And he's out of the league already, right? Or he's back up somewhere, right? So
Yep.
let's not forget that. I think if I remember correctly, because man, it's been a while since I went and scoured through all the scouting reports for JJ. I think he was more considered a developmental quarterback than a NFL ready quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Unlike Jaden Daniels or
Yeah.
Michael Penix or Bo Nix, they were older, right? They had more experience, right? Max Brosmer is even more of a developmental quarterback. So if you throw
Yeah.
him out there,
Yeah.
we will really see his
Right. He will get eaten alive, bro.
yeah, because those third and fourth stringers, the guys that are freaking
Yeah.
trying out for the CFL,
Yeah.
they were not putting his feet to the fire like real NFL players would. So, yeah, pump the brakes on the Brosmer thing, but I totally agree with you. And There's one other point. No, but yeah, I'll let you go because
No, so my bad. My bad. I see Norse. I'm pointing at Norse said, hey, I see my signature. Yes, your signature's right here. And shout out, Norse probably has the best signature. Norse has to has the best signature in Purple Gang, man. And the way, I mean, the way, like the wrist movement as you doing it, like the hard jerks pause. You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy, man. Shout out Norse, man. What a goddamn signature you got on you, man. For real, man. Golly. You know what I mean? Hey, North signing them checks, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to Evil with the 199. He said, fart Carthy can take over plunging toilets for Kurt. Hey, Too Evil crazy, man. Hey, Too Evil, though, I will say, man, that McCarthy jersey looked real good on you, though, man. Nobody knew. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. See, you got to know Too Evil, man. See, y'all don't understand, man. Too Evil was rocking that McCarthy jersey, man. That McCarthy jersey looked real good on him, too. I'm going to keep it real with you. Straight up, man. Shout out my boy Too E, man. Facts, man. Too E, I got to text you. Didn't you have something? Didn't you have a McCarthy, something McCarthy for me that you sent me a picture of, man? I got to tap back in, man. I really want that, man. I was looking forward to that. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta get it. I gotta get that for sure. Let's see, man. Let me see who else. Let me just check real quick. He said pause. Nah, facts. Hey, facts, Malik. I had to pause real quick. I was about to say the stroke. I was about to say he's stroking it, and I'm like, yeah, nah, pause for sure. Super pause. You hear me? Shout out Norris, man. Let me see, man. I gotta balance all the optimism. Yeah, it's being sent with the load of stuff left behind. Oh yeah, damn. I did leave all that shit behind. Yeah, I gotta get with you on that, Tui. I'll get with you on that. So we can no, actually, because the only thing I'll text you. I don't want to get into that while we're on the show. All right, let's do this, man. Let's see. What's the next topic here, man? So Wentz, purple and gold bars, Wentz, you expect them. We got the expectations there. Okay. Now let's get to it, man. Vikings offensive line struggles and who is to blame? I know we talked about Cooper at the beginning. We kind of ran through it at the beginning. We just started ranting. But let's kind of touch on it one more time really quickly, man, really briefly on the offensive line struggles. What do you think it is? Because not only, and we don't even have to really too much focus on Justin's school. I think we need a focus because Kelly, Fries, Brian O'Neill, Donovan, it shouldn't be this bad just by missing one key piece. Because if you think about it, you put in Christian Darrisaw, that is your complete offensive line that you quote unquote paid for. You know what I mean? That's what it is. So like, I don't know. Do you feel like adding Christian Darrisaw all of a sudden the offensive line just like that, it's magic, and we turn into a top 5 offensive line and stuff like that? Because there's leaks. It seems like there's leaks almost everywhere on the line.
Yeah, no, I don't think that if Darrisaw comes back, the O line will definitely improve. We can definitely say that. I don't think it's going to be like, oh, it's fixed and now we're a top 3 O line in the league, because, like you said, we have a new center, a new guard, two new guards, right? So basically our interior line is completely different, right? And so our only real returning guys are O'Neal as well as Darrisaw, right? So when you have a bunch of guys, like I've been seeing a lot, like what I said to the Bears, I was like, you guys don't understand how much how long it takes to build chemistry and get to the point where you're not making careless mistakes, when you're not taking like stupid penalties, delay of or not delay games, but like cha-chas, or false starts, all these things, right? Like it takes time for them to develop that skill to look like the Lions O-line from last year, because they've been together for so long, right? So I knew there was going to be some growing pains there. I just don't know if that's the key factor, is that they're still trying to develop that continuity, or if it's scheme. And with our O-line coach, ever since I watched your video about the O-line coach, it's literally been eating away at my head, because I'm like, it's more than just a couple things. I think it's multiple things that are affecting the O-line right now. I'm excited to see Darrisaw come out there and see how much how many holes he plugs up. I know all the holes aren't going to be plugged up, but
Right.
hopefully it'll be enough to float. And if we got that, maybe we got something, right? So
Yeah.
I can't really put my finger on what the problem is, but I'm really starting to pay attention to scheme now.
Yeah.
And seeing how Chris is actually getting this O-line ready. You know what I mean?
And from what we've been seeing, man, Chris has been fucking us. Pause. Like, for real. Now that we think about it, right? Like, now that we think about it. Like, I mean, as I'm shooting that video, I am in shock. Like, as I'm shooting it, because I'm like, yo, why have we never, shout out to Realistic Randy, because Realistic Randy did a video 5 months ago about that. And he's the only Vikings content creator that's speaking on the Vikings that actually I've seen come out and actually mention the guy, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Everybody's talking about the player, the head coach, the GM not getting the right person. Everybody. And Chris Cooper didn't get mentioned out once. Realistic Randy mentioned him, did a whole video saying, hey, look, man, Vikings fans, it's time to start talking about this guy, bruh. Like, something's up here, because you are the only one that remains while everybody else keeps getting shuffled around, but yet we getting the same results every single fucking time. Same results. Yeah, no, it makes a ton of sense, man. You know, I'm paying way more attention now too.
Mhm.
Going into this season, I already was going to be paying attention to the offensive line because I was excited about it. I told myself, Purple and Go, I said, look, I don't know if I've been more excited about the offensive line ever as a Vikings fan going in.
Mhm.
Because the intentionality that we went with in the offseason. I'm like, oh shit, you backing, you doing double backs, like you picking up Fries and Kelly. Okay, now you're going in the draft. You draft first round pick. You getting a guard out of Ohio State. Okay, let's go. Like, I like it. Let's go. This offensive line about to be eating. And then it's just been the total opposite. Now, again, I think we can use the same type of thoughts that we talk about with JJ McCarthy and say, hey, it's 2 weeks in. All right, it's 2 football games. All right, it's 2 football games. Could it take some time for them to kind of, get the meshing together? Because offensive line, sometimes you gotta get the playing together and really work as a unit, and it takes time. Sometimes it might take a month or so. We'll see.
There's a lot of intuition and understanding what your other offensive line is going to be doing in every situation, and that just comes with playing. Like, last year we saw a lot of highlights coming out of the Lions O-line, and like, it's like, how did he know that he had to like spin and cover that guy? You know what I mean? It's like, it's because they've been playing for like 4 years in a row. They know exactly, before even anything, they all know, they're all on the same page, right? So it's going to take some time to develop that continuity. But the more I think about it, yeah, like I need to see more out of our game plans for this O-line. Like, I'm more and more possessed with that idea, because you're right. Outside of Darisaw, because O'Neal, we didn't draft O'Neal, right? We didn't develop him, did we? Like, we brought him in, didn't we? If I remember correctly.
No, I thought we drafted we drafted O'Neal, right? Am I tripping?
Did we draft him? You guys will know better.
I think we drafted O'Neal, if I'm not mistaken. He's only been a Viking. Yeah, he's only been a Viking. I ain't going crazy.
So then
look,
so is it a anomaly? Did he create, the standard at left tackle and an above average right tackle, and then just doesn't know how to do the in? Like, I just don't know.
Yeah.
But I am focused on that, because if we don't start building this chemistry, if we don't start seeing this O-line come together, I am going to be more and more convinced that it's not the players and it's the freaking coaching.
Yeah. No, 110%, man. Hold on real quick, man. Gary and Blunt, man. Blunt.
I was just going to bring that up too.
Blunt, bruh. Blunt. Chill the fuck out, bro. Like, seriously, dog. Like, first of all, Gary is the most chill, down to earth. And first of all, I love Gary, so I ain't gonna let you play with him like that, bro. Chill out. Like, dead ass, bro. Relax. Straight up. Like, just relax, bro. I ain't trying, and I'm not about to tongue wrestle with you. Like, straight up, I'm not. Chill.
We're not Bears fans. We're not freaking Packers fans. We're not Lions fans. We love each other.
Like,
we may disagree. We may have,
like, You
but we
talking
let
crazy. You talking crazy, bro. Like, chill, bro. Like, for real, dog. You about to piss me off. Like, straight up. You coming in here trying to stir up pot. Don't do that. Like, chill. All right. I don't know if you sipping tonight and you on your relax, bro. All right, now let's continue. Shout out Zoe, man. What's up with you, man? Let's go. Man, shout out,
fucking go.
hey, D Woods again, man. D Woods dropping the bag, man. Let's go, man. Hey, let's go, man. D Woods said, getting Darisaw back helps the O-line, but Kevin O'Connell's slow developing play calls are killing the offense. Too many 3 and outs. Leave the defense gassed and breaking down. And you know what's crazy, man? D Woods was somebody that I'm gonna tell you right now, he was talking about this shit last year. You know, speaking, I'm gonna give D Woods his flowers here right now. Because last year there was a situation like this when a lot of Vikings fans were hating on Ed Ingram, right? When we were talking about Ed Ingram, and there might have been somebody else where we were like, hey, bro can't hold the block. D Woods, you know, hollered at me and was like, bro, rap. I see it, bro. The reason why it's hard for him though, because of these long developing plays that Kevin O'Connell, they're asking Ed Ingram to hold blocks for like 5, 6, 7 seconds. It just isn't reality, man. There ain't no offensive lineman that's going to be good doing that consistently, you know? And it's the same thing. And it's what we're seeing now. I mean, it's what we've seen the past 2 games, to be honest with you. It really is, man. So D Wood's on point with that. He been talking about that, bro. I'm gonna keep it real.
And let's be at the game, he didn't tell me like before the season start, but he told me that what he had talked to Mike, and was like, man, before the season he predicted like JJ might be the guy that's leading the league in interceptions 6 weeks into it, right?
Yeah.
So, and he's been on point. He sees things as well. We all got different perspectives, and that's why it's awesome to have all these Viking creators, because like realistic Randy, he's the one that pointed out the O-line coach, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Every single one of us has a different perspective, and we all see things differently, and it's important, right? This is how we kind of come together and kind of figure things out, you know what I mean? And I think that's important and beautiful for us, because that's what separates us as one of the best fan bases in football. And I think that's, we need to keep that tradition going. And but yeah, the one thing with KOC's play calling, though, I will say that it has been evolving in the right direction since week 1. Now, he's not doing all the things that he was doing back then to stall drives, but he's still stalling drives. Because like, do you guys remember in year 1 when he would try to force trick plays or these like crazy design plays, and you'd see him on the sideline, they'd pan to him, and he's got like this grin, and I'm like, he's gonna do something stupid here. He's gonna do something ridiculous, and he just stalled drives. And he would do it in situations where it was like he was trying to show off, like, oh, he can think of like these crazy plays, and he wants to like, you know, prove that he's like this guru. You know what I mean? And it used to make me so angry. That year, I used to rage a lot. My optimism did not come until JJ was drafted. Let me tell you, before JJ was drafted, I was definitely there screaming at the TV and losing my mind every single game. But we've seen him move away from that. Now he throws those type of plays better. You know what I mean? And now he's like, he's felt like he's got whatever he was trying to work on back then. He's got that figured out, and now he's trying to develop like other things, and he sees something that he just wants to freaking force. He wants these long developing plays. I don't know if it's a mindset of like, the longer the play, the more opportunity for JJ to go to practice going through his read or whatever he thinks that might develop him faster. But at the same time, bro, like, have some self-awareness in what's going on in the game, because that also has to play a factor. You can't just be so like tunnel visioned in your ideas. You need to also step back and see what's happening, because there's going to be a time when we're past this, and we are going to have expectations. And if you haven't developed the ability to freaking play in the moment and adjust in the moment, we might as well, you know, be ready to have a lot more heartbreaks, right? So I'm happy to see that he's developed as a play caller in general, although he still frustrates me a lot.
No, facts. He does, man. He does. I ain't gonna lie, man. Shout out Cause and Effect. He said, "What's good, rap? Was just at dinner and a guy stopped me and where you get that Skolfest swag at. Let's go, man. Tell him go to Custom Grains, man. Anybody who wants the Skolfest swag, it's right there, man. In the chat, man. Shout out everybody who winded up getting a hoodie, a hat, man. I mean, we saw the gear everywhere, man. So shout out Custom Grains, man. You know, they're a great sponsor, man. Shout out to them. You know what I mean? Hey, look, man, we got to keep pushing them too, man. We got more things coming with them. You know, now that Skolfest is behind us, we're getting together with Custom Grains. We have a meeting with them coming up where we're gonna do a whole apparel line where it's gonna be a lot of great merch coming out, man. The free 3 shirts went crazy. If y'all didn't see, man, the picture that I took with Dante Culpepper and stuff like that, I had the free 3 shirt on, man. That's our shirt on Custom Grains. You can go get that right now. So, hey, he almost free. You know, free 3 till it's backwards, baby. Yeah, we got one more week, man. One more week, and Jordan Addison will be back out there, which I think is huge for the Minnesota Vikings, man. You know, it's crazy, right? We talk about these conversations about, hey, man, the Vikings might not want to bring back Jordan Addison. They might not pick up, you know, his 5th-year option, all this, that, and the third. And I'm like, yo, man, Jordan Addison, a dog, man. I want him on my team. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. As a Vikings fan, I think I want Jordan Addison. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I might have to give y'all some pushback on that shit, man. For the ones who are saying that, I might have to give y'all some pushback. Now I know money gets involved. Money gets involved, and obviously I tend to try to ignore it, but I know it's there. But I'm like, fuck it, man. You got to pay him. I don't think he'll be asking to break the bank. What do you think, Purple and Gold? I think we can keep them both. I don't know. It is going to be kind of hard, though, with Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, like if it's going to cost us Jettas, yeah, I know. But I would very much like to have him. I think he's a solid receiver.
Yeah.
I feel like he doesn't need the spotlight, and he's very humble. He's not a diva. He's quiet, and that's the type of number 2 receiver that you need. You know, remember when Terrell Owens and Ocho Cinco were on the other side, like 2 divas, like, give me the ball every single chance. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't work, right? So, I really like him, right? So, but we need to figure out how to use our offensive weapons, because if we have that too many for KOC to figure it out, we need to move on from some guys. Something has to go. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need a high-powered or high-paying tight end when Josh Oliver has been proven to be pretty clutch at times, right? If he can be a solid blocking tight end and still be looked at as a safety blanket when we need that 5-yard out or that quick like block and then out into the flat sort of thing to get that first down, we got that. You know what I mean? Like, let Jordan Addison work out of the slot like Hawkinson does, and let's do the thing that KOC was brought to bring in this, right? You know, the thing that they did with Cooper Kupp, where JJ lines up everywhere, everybody knows everybody's assignments, and we look for those matchups. And then he, you know what I mean? Like, let's go to that, you know, because if we can't figure it out how to use everybody, let's downgrade a little bit. Like, there's no sense in driving or owning a Ferrari if the second you get into it, you're like turning the car sideways and you can't freaking drive down the road long enough to freaking look cool. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a fact. That's a fact, man. Let's go, man. Kaiser said, no, extend 3. No, that's a fact, man. Got to extend him. He said he needs to not be suspended. That too. I think, hey, look, man, he had a quiet off season. I think, you know, I'm going to say, I think we're past that now. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt as he's getting older. I think he has his mind in the right place, especially, you know, sitting back this year and watching his team for 3 weeks. He's going to watch his team again on Sunday and say like, damn, man, if I was out there, the results probably would have been different, because as a player that he is, I'm sure he feels that, you know, sitting back, like he's letting his team down, because he could be out there making a difference. And I think he would have made a huge difference, man. I mean, he opens the offense up for guys like Justin Jefferson, because you have to pay attention and watch and locate Addison, because if not, he will dice your ass up too. Like, that's the thing, man. Him and Jefferson together are a perfect combination, because Addison can absolutely go off for 100 plus and a couple touchdowns in any given game. He has the ability. We've seen it. So, I mean, it's there. Shout out to Norris with the 5, man. He said, shout out to Skull Mafia. My bro got me and my son both a Skolfest shirt. Yeah, and to Gary too, for the sweet ass drink tumbler. Thanks, fellas. Love you, man. Shout out, for
No
sure.
worries,
Shout
bro.
out Skull Mafia, man. My Skull bro is one of the most giving human beings, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. That Skull Mafia is somebody like for anybody in the chat who hasn't connected with Skull Mafia yet. Make sure you connect with him, man. Whether it's on X or on here, and I'm telling you, he's the type of guy that will give you the shirt off his back if it's cold outside and say, "Man, I'm good, man. You can have it." You know
He's
what I'm saying?
absolutely,
Like for sure, he's that guy.
he's
Like
all clap, man.
he is that guy, man.
Mhm.
Straight up. He'll be like, "Man, you good, bro. I ain't gonna suffer. I'll be all right. Here, you can have it." Like for he is that guy, man. So shout I love that dude, man. That's my twin. You feel me? I call him my twin, man. You know, me and him, I was telling him during the trip, I'm like, man, Skull Mafia is the guy that me and him, I can go to like a away game. Like me and him can fly to Cali together and kick it for the weekend and go to the game and chill. Like that's the type of guy Skull Mafia is, man. I'm my boy, man. You know what I mean? I'm my boy for sure. Get to know him. If you don't know him already, man, get to know him. I'm telling you, man, you'll love to have him in your corner. That's a fact. Shout out Really Flawed in the building. Haven't seen you in a while, Missy. I know you're doing a lot of work over there. Shout out to her. Make sure y'all go subscribe to her channel. She's been putting in a ton of work, man. Ton of work. As always, man. Yeah, man. Let's give her a round of applause, man. Yeah, man. Let's give her a round of applause. Yes, shout out Really Flawed, putting in a ton of work over there. We definitely got to get her back on here soon, man, for sure. Talk some Vikings football. See what she thinks. You know what I mean about what we're going through right now as Vikings Nation, because we are kind of going through something. You know what I mean? I guess we are kind of going through something. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. But we are going through something. But that's always, man. Vikings always going through something. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's just part of our thing.
Our identity. It's part of us, man.
It's part of us. We're used to it. You know, this is normal for us. You know what I mean? It's normal for us. Any other team, it's one thing, but for Vikings, it's like, this is life. You know what I mean? It's what it is. Really Flawed said, let's chat next week. We play next week. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. We'll set up a show next week. Let's set up a show next week because we do play the Steelers. Let's go. Yeah, that'd be a good time to do a show. Perfect timing. So we'll get together and do that for sure. Let's get to the last topic here. Purple and gold bars. Let's do who wins Sunday, Vikings or Bengals, and why? You know, I kind of want to know why you believe we'll win or why you believe we'll lose. You know, I don't know. You didn't tell me, so let's maybe a surprise and answer here. I don't know, man. Let's see what's going on.
You know, I watch because like I I got a car service, right? So I drive a lot of people to and from airports and like
Okay.
a bunch of cities around southwestern Ontario and whatnot. So
Okay.
I spend a lot of time listening to stuff like predictions around the NFL, just like any like podcast, small or big. And this week, man, Vikings outside of like chat sports, I think they were a little bit more reasonable. Man, let's talk about freaking NFC North roundtable, man. Like 3-point win, 3-0. Like the predictions that I'm seeing
Yeah.
kind of makes me feel bad. You know, like as a Vikings fan, I'm like, how do you have that kind of that view? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It just feels like my purple pride got really hurt when I seen other creators, dog our team like that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I know this game is going to be a lot closer than that we want it to be. It is going to be the backup bowl, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Where both of our teams are banged up. You know what I mean? But with all that being said, honestly think that we have the slight edge. I think US Bank Stadium plays a big factor.
Yeah.
The amount of false starts and stuff that we got out of the Falcons last week was a big factor in what kept us in the hunt the entire time, all
Right.
the way up until the very end. Like we were an interception away, a defensive score away from being right back in it and trying to get the win, right? So those penalty yards played a massive factor. US Bank Stadium plays a big factor. And then our defense, man, it sucks wasting a defensive effort like that, man. 15 points going into the fourth quarter, deep into the fourth quarter, too. Like,
Yeah.
not a lot of defenses can do that. And to keep us in there, you know what I mean? I think those two factors are going to be playing a massive effect on this game. But I'm not blind to the fact that when you got backup quarterbacks and you got so many backups in there, consistency and turnovers are going to be just part of the game. So I feel like the turnover battle is going to be the biggest battle of the whole issue or the whole weekend. But with all that being said, I think that the quality of the roster and the depth that we have in general, I think is gonna prevail. I think I don't see us blowing anybody out this week. I don't see it's gonna be like it could be 21 to 17, you know what I mean? It could be 17 to 14, it could be 24 to 21. It's going to be a lot closer than we think. But when we look at the way that the game plays out, I feel like we're going to end up having more time of possession. We're going to be the ones in control. I'm hoping that, Jake Browning gets a little bit rattled early and our defense can come up with some turnovers early so that Carson Wentz has more opportunities, more drives than Jake Browning. If we can accomplish that, I feel like we can sneak one away. And then one thing that I've been really focused on for the last couple of years is our clock management. It's been horrendous at times, like absolutely dog water at times. But in week 1, I saw we were able to actually accomplish it. To the point where we ran the clock and they just didn't have any time. Last year, there was times where like we would try it and then we'd end up like leaving a minute and a half on the clock. Yeah. It's like, it was just such bad clock management. And then just give the wrong team a minute and a half and you might as well be just packing up and going home. Right. So, I think that, I think we win the turnover battle and I think we squeak one out. But yeah, I think it's going to be a lot higher scoring than all these people are saying. People are going 9-7, 6-12. And I'm like,
No.
Are you freaking kidding me? Where is your purple pride? Like, where did you not remember like what our roster was able to do? Like, because we had zero confidence in Sam Darnold going into this thing last year. Yeah. And the roster is what allowed him to do what he did. And that's where I base my confidence from. The talent that we have. And I think that that's going to be just enough to squeak one out and let us survive and get in the right spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. Agree 100%. Kaiser, I just posted the link right here, man. Custom Grains. That's how you order your Skolfest merch. So go there to Custom Grains. Shout out Norse saying Skull for Life Barber and his wife are total class, and that is a fact. Skull for Life Barber and his wife, man. Every year they've supported us, and what amazing people they are too, man. For sure, absolutely, man. They family, like for sure. They're considered family. That's a fact. I appreciate them, man, more than they know. So shout out to them, man. Let's go. Barber fade you up and misfade you up. You know what I mean? Like, for sure, man. Let's go, man. We got $5 from our Hever. Sorry if I'm butchering the name. Appreciate it. Appreciate the 5 too. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. It says, I'm more upset that if we don't get back on track, we're wasting another year of Justin Jefferson's prime. And I mean, look, man, feel kind of bad for Justin Jefferson, but then you also think on the flip side, I mean, he got his contract, right? He even with obviously, I'm sure he wants a Super Bowl, right? I mean, every player playing out here, they want the ultimate goal, but he's been able to do his thing even with all the different type quarterbacks to be able to play his way into a mega deal. And that's what he got. You know what I mean? He got his bread. I don't think it's all about the money for him, though, but I think he feels good inside, regardless of which quarterback's out there. He's going to be like, man, look here, man, I'm going out there and giving it my all. I think he's going to give it his all regardless because he finally got his paper. Now, if this was another year where the Vikings didn't get a deal done with him and they keep pussyfooting after all that, we'd probably be having a different conversation right now. You know what I mean? But, hey, the Vikings did the right thing. They gave him a ton of money to stay in purple and gold, and I think he's going to give his all, man. It is a little unfortunate that he can't have some type of consistency there, being he is getting older. I mean, we talk about Justin Jefferson, man. The years are flying by. You know what I mean? Like, he's bro, he's getting up there now. You know, as a wide receiver, man, he only got. I mean, what would you say, Purple and Gold? 3 years maybe to consider prime, I guess, before he's starting to. Because I think he's what 27,
Yeah, around there, right? So he's
27,
still
28.
he's starting to get there, right?
I think he
26,
was a little older coming in. I think
yeah.
I believe he was a little older coming in.
He might, I don't know. It's hard to tell with generational talents, man. Like Jerry Rice played to what age? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Megatron probably could have played for a lot longer.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Julio Jones, how long did he play? You know what I mean? The generational talents sometimes are able to kind of kick around a little bit
Look at
longer.
boy from the
Really well,
Rams right now. The boy on the Rams. What's fuck? I always forget his Devontae Adams. Look at
right?
Devontae.
Yeah, like it. So I think that it is scary to think that we could waste a year of another year of Justin Jefferson's prime. But what does it mean to waste a year with Justin Jefferson? If we go through all the things that we need to do and we develop and put ourselves in a position where next year we're like unbeatable because of all the work that we did this year, was it
Yeah,
really a waste of a year? When I hear Justin Jefferson talk, he's talking about like it feels like LSU at the beginning, you know what I mean? Like we're on our way up and we're about to get there, you know what I mean? So like he seems optimistic. He doesn't seem bothered by what's going on. And I feel like if he thinks that this is the path to get him to where he's winning Super Bowls, then who are we to second guess his judgment, right? So
mhm.
until he's out there and demanding trades or stuff like that, and or whatever, he's looking upset and he's just like pulling that whole thing like stopping on routes or just not putting in the effort, then then I'll be like, damn, we really did mess up
Yeah,
and waste that, and put him to a point where he's lost hope, you know what I mean? But
right.
as of right now, until we see the end of the year, it's going to be, it's going to be hard to tell if it's going to be a waste of a year or not. But I think that last year, the experiences that we learned um, are what really fast tracked us in this window. Now we're just waiting for JJ to catch up because we're like so much further ahead than he needs to be. So
Yeah.
hopefully over time it just kind of rolls in together and we kind of get that harmony and everybody gets caught up and we can just laugh about this in the end. Because for me, when I was watching that game, I wasn't scared or worried at all. I wasn't getting upset.
Mhm.
For me, I kept looking at it like, man, I can't believe I'm here and I'm witnessing history. Like there's going to be a time when like JJ's going to be like looked at one of the best quarterbacks in the league,
Mhm.
and I'm going to be like, I was there opening week when he struggled.
I was there
You
when
know what I
half
mean?
the Vikings fan base jumped off the train, man, and 2 games in. I was
Right.
there. I'm that
So,
old. I'm that
let
old.
we'll see how it plays out, but I have faith.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man, shout out Kaiser, man. Yes, the money will be well spent, man. And everybody else, man, if you the one thing I recommend from the collaboration with us and Custom Grains, the Skolfest merch, is the hats, man. The hats are so fire. I mean, I'm a hat guy. Obviously, y'all know that. I wear a hat all day, every day. I'm just a hat guy, man. So I mean, look, man, the Skullfest hats are so official, man. So official. So hey, grab yourself a hat at least, man. Represent. And we really appreciate it, man. The quality is out of this world. Everything about it. Everything about it, man. Two-tone set. I'm still in for JJ, man. Yeah, man. We gotta be in, man. We gotta be all in, man. You know what I mean? We gotta be all in. Real quick too, man. I want to let you guys know Purple Lottery is back. If you didn't see on the community tab, Purple Lottery, y'all remember I did it the first year or maybe the second year I was doing YouTube where I would tell you guys to guess the score prediction and you had to get the score prediction exactly right, right? Well, this year we're switching it up a little bit, man. That's sponsored by my guy 10 Ton at Casino Tears, which I'm rocking a shirt right now, Casino Tears, man. Shout out my bro 10 Ton, but he sponsors the post game shows for me this season and we're giving away a Casino Tears Purple Gang collab shirt every single week. And then it's the Purple Lottery. This week, you got to don't comment it in the chat. You can comment in the chat right now, but it's not going to count. Go on the community post. You'll see it. It's a post, Purple Lottery. And the question of the week is how many total yards will Carson Wentz have? total yards, meaning rushing and passing combined. If whoever gets it right on the money, hey, we mailing the shirt out, man. My boy is locked and loaded. He already got 3-4 shirts in the envelope ready to just pop the sticker on and mail it to you. So you'll have it before the following game. So, hey, make sure you participate in it, man. I mean, it's free. All you got to do is just comment. You know what I mean? Just guess. You get it right, you get it right. Share, so make sure you get involved with that, man, because I would love for you guys to win those shirts, man. We want to get rid of them. We got enough for the whole season. I posted a video, man. He ordered a whole box. So we got your size. Let us know. Hey, so get involved with that, man. Purple Lottery is back. We will be doing that every week moving forward here. So hopefully we get to do it in the playoffs too, man. If JJ comes back soon enough, man, we get some playoff games under our belt too. Let's go. You like that? You like that? You like that? Had to throw it out there, man. Hey, outro, man. Let's get to the outro, Purple and Gold Bars. First of all, we've been on an hour and 30 minutes. Love when I do a long show. It means the conversation is flowing, man. It's great, man. I want to tell you one thing. I love your channel. Everybody, make sure you go subscribe. All right, everybody in the building, if you're not subscribed, go subscribe. His channel is in the title as always. It's highlighted blue in the title. It's super easy. Just click it, hit subscribe to Purple and Gold Bars. Content is fire. What I will say is this. I like you being on camera. I know you got some videos where you do kind of the behind the scenes. Yeah. But the camera vibes, the aesthetic, man, the way you talk Vikings football, man, I gotta say, I really enjoy it. You know what I mean? And I think this is something that I can do more and more because I just like the way you think about the game. I like the way you think about the team and stuff and how you kind of express it to the people, to the fans and the Purple Gang, man, in the building, man. I think tonight was a great show, man, for sure. Absolutely. Exactly what I expected, man, for sure. So I want to thank you on that. But I want to get your score prediction. I know you said there were fans out here that were like, I don't, and excuse me if I missed it when you were talking, but I know you were saying there were fans saying 3-0, 6-0, all this.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you actually did you say a number of what you thought?
I said it was going to be it's going to be higher scoring than that. Like I was embarrassed to hear those, but like I could see, 24-17, 27-20.
Okay.
It's going to be in that kind of range. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's going to be so low scoring either.
Okay.
But yeah, somewhere in that range. I think one score win's going to come our way.
Got you. Really Flawed said, I have one rule for our collab. Okay. All right, that's cool. Let me know what the rule is. I like to follow rules. Every once in a while, I want to bend them and break them, but it's all good. You know what I mean? I'm okay with a little bit of structure. You know what I'm saying? I'm all right with some structure. Something that our coach needs to get up under right now. He need to get a little bit more structure right now when it comes to our young quarterback, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, Really Flawed. I'm all right with it. What's the rule? Let me know. You can text it to me too if you need be. Man, Purple and Gold Bars, man. You want to leave the people with anything, man? Promote your show. Just kind of let people know what's going on, man.
Yeah, man. Right now, like I said, I got my own company that I'm working on, but I try to jump on live at least 2-3 times a day, as many times, kind of like doing just little segments as if it was like a talk show or a sports show, just kind of covering things. I do like hot take review. Sometimes it's just fun watching, Nick Wright melt down over his Chiefs being 0-2 or something like that. Just laughing. Earlier today, I was laughing at Andrew Santino and his Bears and how he's feeling, right? Sometimes it's looking into, what other people are saying and just kind of giving my 2 cents on top of just, weekly pick'ems, just talking Vikings previews, just trying to give you guys my perspective. I just want to try to give I have so much joy and happiness and love for this team. I just want it to exude through the camera so that you guys feel it, and then you guys can kind of let those anxieties or those fears kind of go to bed and just be like, hey, it's just let's see this history be made. And so I really appreciate all your guys' support. And yeah, man, one thing too, we're at that beginning. Remember, how long ago was it where Josh Allen was drafted, right? And the Buffalo Bills are one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah.
Right.
No. And now he's making the game look easy, bro. I gotta say, Josh Allen is by far the best quarterback in the NFL right now. I mean, he's miles ahead of everybody. I mean, when you watch Josh Allen play quarterback, bro, I mean, bro.
Thanks, Harry. But yeah, no, like we're on that. I just hope it doesn't take as long as it's been taking for them, right? Because they're like on what, like year 7 or 8 or something like that, and now they're starting to contend for Super Bowls. I want us to get there in 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And really be pushing and really start to like I really want like our team to become the next, like the modern dynasty. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I feel like we have all these ingredients. Like there's, we've got 2 coaches that were in the building through the emergence of Tom Brady and that dynasty, right? Like there's
Yeah.
got to be lessons learned that they can bring in and that can help bake this cake to where we're going to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have so much faith. This is why I started my channel. I almost started the channel that year. We won 13 wins and lost in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I was so angry. I was like, this isn't the fucking year. You know what I mean? So, but the JJ McCarthy era is here, and
Yeah.
I'm just so happy to be witnessing history, and I feel very much so like it is, man.
Hey man, I'm
so
glad. First of all, shout out to that, man. Love that spill, man. Let's go, man. I'm glad you're part of our team, man. I'm glad you're part of the Vikings community and doing content and representing our team, man, because you're doing it the right way. So shout out to you, man. Real quick, man, let's welcome in here Ronald Crosby, man. Appreciate you, man. He said, hey, Vocal Vike, what's up? Diehard Vikings fan from Albuquerque, New Mexico, man. We got Eric, Florinda, and Raquel. That's from New Mexico too, man. Let's go. Shout out New Mexico in the house, man. Let's get it. He said, we need to get JJ McCarthy back in once he's healthy. Give him a chance. He'll be okay. I agree 110%. I'm with you. I'm riding with you, Ronald.
Mhm.
Shout out to you. I'm riding with you. So, and I think most of us in this building riding with you. So welcome to PG4L, man. Keep tapping in. Shout out Purple Pop in the building too, man. Better late than never. But yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you, Purple and Gold Bars, man. I appreciate it. Hey, real quick, one more thing. I know I keep saying one more thing, but one more thing for real. Before we go, man, hey, pep rally on Sunday, an hour before kickoff, usually like 45 minutes before kickoff, really. But, before kickoff, the pep rallies, make sure you pop out, man. You already know how we get in the pep rallies, man. It's fun. Ronald, hey, pop into the pep rally for the first time, Ronald. It'll be put up tomorrow. Y'all will see it on the channel. But, man, an hour before kickoff, tap in. We're releasing a new Viking song, not me, but Prince. The song that was performed at Skolfest. I was holding off on it. I've had it for a couple of weeks, but he performed live at Skolfest, so I didn't want to release it to the Purple Gang yet. But Sunday, we get to release it, man. And I can't wait to show you guys. Obviously, we get hyped up with the songs going into the game. They're fun, man. Those shows are always intense. I mean, we troll. We got to try to find a Cincinnati's content creator that we can go raid, and I will. I'm working on that, man. I'm doing my homework, so don't worry. There'll be somebody we'll be able to go in and FTB. We get the FTB twice this year, man. Let's go. Well, technically 3 times, but let's get it, man. So thank you guys. Shout out to you guys, man. We love you. We love you. Make sure you go subscribe to Purple and Gold Bars, and we are outie, man.